The Legends Cricket Trophy 2024, with its 90 ball per innings format, is on a roll. Some of the biggest names of the game are marshalling their teams to gain the winning momentum. 4 games so far have displayed the competitive edge of the Legends in the fray. The second game of the night features Dubai Giants, who lost their opening encounter, versus the Colombo Lions, who are playing their first game of the tournament. Welcome back to Pallekele, to the International Cricket Stadium. Match 5 in the Legends Cricket Trophy for 2024. Colombo Lions, their first match against the Dubai Giants. And this is the Legends Cricket Trophy, which continues at a pace. 2 captains at the toss, Yasir Shah and Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan won the toss, and he decided that the Dubai Giants are going to have a bowl. 2 world-class spinners right there. Yasir Shah, leg spinner, Pakistan. Harbhajan, off spinner, India. So the Colombo Lions with some household names here. Ross Taylor, Asghar Afghan, the all-round Afghanistan player. Adnan Akmal, and a couple of the, goodness me, Malinda Pushpakumara. That calls back the past. Yasir Shah, Zulfikar Babar, Mohammad Irfan, tallest man in cricket. In the Dubai Giants, we got Shaun Marsh, Gurpreet Mann, Savid Tiwari, Dinesh Ramdin, Tisara Pereira. Harbhajan comes back as captain, as Huge Prasanna and Surangal Akmal, sprinkling, of course, of the Sri Lankan players. Fidel Edwards with his pace, Pawan Soyal left arm swing. Giants winning the toss and choosing to field. Now the pitch, it's pitch number 8 on the edge, not really far edge of this pit, of this square, but it's a pretty good pitch, but not, I think, as good a pitch as we had in the first 2 days. It's a pitch where you have to work for your runs, but as Dwayne Smith has shown, you can get runs if you put your mind to it. Right, let's hear from Harbhajan Singh. He's the Giants captain. Just before this warm-up for the players, he was with Kusala Suresh Chandra.
Harbhajan, you won the toss and you decided to bowl first?
Yeah, we are looking forward to bowl first, and hopefully we'll bowl well and restrict them to a decent total that we can go on and chase later on.
Any changes from the previous game?
I comes in, and Richard Levy is also back in the squad, so these are the 2 changes.
Right, a good win yesterday, so will bring back the confidence in your team?
Yes, most definitely. Any win brings the confidence back in the team, and we're looking forward for another cracking of game and hopefully get the right result as well.
Wishing you all the very best for today's game.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so Harbhajan is back into the side. Roshan Abhisinghe is back with a very nice cup of tea as well that comes his way, so you can lubricate those vocal cords. Go on, have a sip of your tea and I'll just talk about Yasir Shah. Go on, you just do that, Roshan. Yasir Shah, 47. Well, he's not 47, but I mean, he's younger than that, but he's a wonderful exponent of leg spin bowling. How was your tea? Good?
Brilliant. It's Ceylon tea.
Oh, of course, Ceylon tea. Well, of course, I drink all manner. I drink Ranford teas. You know, they're very, very good. All Sri Lankan teas are good.
Sri Lanka is known for their tea, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and there are lots of other things in this beautiful island. And if the length of the immigration queues at Colombo Airport are anything to go by, then tourism is on the up. Because I've never seen so many people at Colombo Airport.
9,000 a day. That's the average attendance, so you're right.
Now, a little earlier, the finish of the match, which saw the Rajasthan Kings put 134 for 6 on the board. Uttapar again with runs, 70 in the first match, 53 in this. Peter Trago batted well for his 40, Mazakadza 31. Rahat Ali there, 2 for 21 in his 4 overs, was outstanding. And Punjab Royal with Dwayne Smith 62, Tilakaratne Dilshan 50. And Punjab Royal winning by 7 wickets. Royal without the S. Here he is, the doctor, Dr. Smith, Dr. Smith. Well, you need a prescription when you're watching this fellow, because he really is the business. He punishes anything. He is box office on his day, and in this form of cricket, if you bowl a loose ball, you're going to go and fetch it. Good to watch, Roshan.
Powerful striker, isn't he? He really took the bowling apart. Never really allowed any single bowler to settle in. Dictated terms, took them on, as I said, big hits, sixers, fours, complete domination.
I just want to go back to you. You mentioned the Sri Lankan tea. How tough is the competition with the Sri Lankan producers in this part of the world?
Well, I can tell you that there's a lot of exports of Ceylon tea or Sri Lankan tea. So there is the competition will be on value-added tea. But now with the brands developing value-added tea coming into the game, so there is a big demand for Sri Lankan tea, as you know, Wilco.
Oh, I love it. Honestly, I'd hate to think how many cups of tea I get through in a day. It's considerable. But Roshan, I'm glad to see that you finished your cup. Have you? Yes. No, we've got some left. Well done. Well done. That'll sustain you as we see the umpires coming out. The umpires, Hemanta Pujeju, who has played.
He did play for Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
He did play white ball stuff. Hemanta Boteju, and Chamara Soisa has played a lot of first-class cricket in the country. Boteju, Chamara Soisa is the one on your left, and Boteju on the right.
And Chandrika Amarasinghe is our TV umpire. So we're going to see Ben Dunk opening, wearing 5. Ben Dunk has played a lot of franchise cricket. In fact, he was hoping to be in Pakistan right now to play Pakistan Super League, but he's I saw him just before the match and he said he's delighted to be here. Yeah, he's an Australian who has on his T20 CV 2 99 not outs. 2 of them. And he hasn't got 100. How about that? So Ben Dunk, I wonder if, well, this is not T20, of course, this is T90. We're in the new age. Do you remember the Thunderbirds, Joe 90? That's what we've got.
The Colombo Lions making their appearance for the first time, and they'll be fresh, but spare a thought for the Dubai Giants. They're playing for the 3rd consecutive time. And Adnan Akmal, we know, powerful striker from Pakistan. Well, he can pack a punch when he bats.
He certainly can. What's going on? Everyone's walking towards one end. Maybe it's a swarm of bees. I'm not sure, but I don't think we're going to start with 4 slips and 2 gullies, but it looks like it for the moment. But I think we're going to have a different configuration. Meanwhile, it should be Fidel Edwards. Love watching Fidel Edwards bowling. Yeah, I like watching him. He's a delightful fellow. He's got a bit of a surly disposition when you look at him with the cricket ball in his hands, but that's the nature of fast bowling. You're not going to be a friend. You're not, you know, you're not in the friendship society when you're a fast bowler. Ask Lasith Malinga. What a great bowler he was for Sri Lanka over the years. Fidel Edwards, look, 7.86 economy, 5 for 22 his best, 112 wickets. That's his T20 career. You need fast bowlers to snarl. You need fast bowlers to get under the skin of opposition batters. Fidel Edwards, 165 test wickets, 60 one-day international wickets and 20 T20 international wickets. You know, that's heading towards 250 wickets for his country, West Indies. Here he is playing in Legends Cricket Trophy here in Pallekele. Oh, the passports get stamped very frequently these days for the cricketers. Right, here we go. Dubai Giants in the field. Fidel Edwards. Oh, marginally short. First ball of the match goes for 4. Adnan Akmal.
38 years, wicketkeeper. 21 tests and 5 ODIs. Haven't played T20 internationals for his country. And well, he comes from a famous Akmal family. We do know that He is a quality player, and he straight away proves it, shows it with that shot through mid-wicket.
Just a little short, that one. Oh, he's very, very full of adventure, and he'll get the rewards. Consecutive boundaries off the first 2 balls.
What a start. Adnan Akmal pulling the first one and then going through extra cover. He's made a statement straight away of the first 2 deliveries. Gave himself room, and in fact, just finding that gap. He was looking to charge the fast bowler.
What are the chances he's going to get a short ball now? And if you're at deep square leg, you're going to have to be on your toes here. The double bluff, well done. Yes, you would have thought that Adnan Akmal would have had a short delivery then, but it was the slower ball, the off-cutter bowled at a full length from Fidel Edwards. So Fidel Edwards with his thinking cap on.
Just on the subject of Adnan Akmal, they had Kamran Akmal, then Umar Akmal. Kamran, of course, the senior or the eldest, then Adnan in the middle, and Umar, the youngest of the 3. Highly talented cricketers. I've seen Umar Akmal bat as a 19-year-old when he came to Sri Lanka, and he looked sensational.
All of them on their day, richly talented. And now this is Ben Dunk, the left-hander, the Australian. Interestingly, a deep mid-wicket has been put out straight away for the Australian. Swing, and that will be 4 wides. Dinesh Ramdin is the keeper. Ball didn't get up. This went in a downward direction.
Certainly movement back into the left-hander, and almost on this half volley to the keeper. It hardly bounced. You don't expect too much of athleticism from Dinesh Ramdin at this stage, but he did well to get across, but just couldn't get his body behind it.
Bowled, beautifully bowled. That was hung it in on that middle and off stump target with swing. So that's the line and length that he wants to bowl to the left-hander.
See, these are the 2 boundaries. Adnan Akmal, that was the first ball, just short of a length, and then look at this, charging him, looking to go over the top, just getting it into the gap, but still very effective. They've already got 14 runs and 2 balls left in the over.
Short, picked up, gone all the way for 6. Ben Dunk.
What a magnificent shot that is. Off his hips. That ball had pace, that had movement back into the left-hander, and look at how he helps it. Just a help. Almost like a ballet dancer. Whom does he remind you of?
You're going to say Rudolf Nureyev with a cricket bat. That's the long boundary as well. This has been a very expensive start from the Giants. 21 from the first. Ben Dunk, Ross Taylor is in the lineup as well, Robert Freilink, Asghar Afghan, Namibia, yeah. So Soyal, Pavan Soyal, left arm. Well, it's just a season or two ago that he was playing in the IPL. Pavan Soyal. Just remember one chastening match that he had where he was he came under a bit of fire. It's a very difficult cauldron to be in. Anything, you know, IPL, PSL, BPL. If you, even in this T90 that we've got, if you don't get the ball in the right place, you're going to travel. Caressed away for 4. How good is that?
That was pretty. Absolutely very pretty indeed. If you left-handers look so nice. It was pitched up with on offer, and look how he does it. Finds that gap, threads the needle. Brilliantly done.
It's just a bit too short and wide. It's not threatening anything. So Soyal, whose spells in the IPL included the Mumbai Indians and the Delhi Capitals. On his day, he's managed to swing the ball and get some good scalps, but perhaps his pace is down a little. He does rely on swing. He relies on the ball swinging. It's not that far off.
I think it was the angle taking it down the leg side. And leg by confirmed by umpire Chamara Soisa. As you said, Soyal depends a lot on swing, but don't forget this wide ball stops swinging very, very quickly. And that you could see is just taking it down the leg side. I think the angle just going down the leg side, but not a bad shout at all.
Yeah, that's the time when the ball doesn't swing. Just kept on its line. Now Akmal will go after him. Anything that's not threatening those stumps, he'll go after it. Here he goes. Now, I'm not so sure why he needs to do that. I mean, his head wasn't even looking at the ball. I think his head was looking at square leg. He had premeditated that he was going to go down the pitch to him.
Yeah, that definitely looked the plan as far as Akmal was concerned. He was just aiming one direction. Pitch it anywhere, I'm going mid-wicket. That appears to be his plan. Now mid-wicket goes down to the boundary. So that's what the captain does. That is very reactive on the part of the captain.
Well bowled. That is well bowled. Yeah, he had the presence of mind, Soyal, to keep the ball pitched up, knowing that Akmal's going to go after him.
Just bowling that angle, nice seam presentation, going just across. Look at Akmal giving himself a lot of room, just looking to go through the offside, and Soyal going a little bit wider and across the right-hander.
Close the over now. Close the over. 5 balls have been bowled. 4 runs from this over. Can he close it? Oh, goodness, he nearly lost his head. That has been smashed by Adnan Akmal for 4. 2 gone, 30 on the board. It's lovely to see the families here. Lovely evening here in Gayle. The last ball of the over, and Adnan Akmal's come down, absolutely wallops this, and you don't want to get in the way of that.
It's a bowler killer. Hammered it back. Just look at it. He did well. Really well to get out of the way, Soyal. But Adnan Akmal swung, missed, and finally connected. And the umpire did well as well. Surangal Akmal. He's 37 years young today. Surangal Akmal, we wish him well. We wish him a happy birthday. Sri Lanka spearhead not so long ago was very good with that red ball. Hasn't really played too much of white ball cricket. We've spoken about it, but he was fantastic with the red ball.
That'll go. Outside edge, thick edge, through the slips. 4.
No reward, no justice for anything good. Nothing wrong with that delivery. Just take a look from round the wicket. Nice length, just a bit of angle across the left-hander. Dunk with his head up, going hard. And a healthy edge. No reward at all for Surangal Akmal.
Do you know what, Roshan? I'd like to call that an unhealthy edge, because I don't think an edge is healthy at all. Not if you're a bowler. Bowled, well bowled. I like the fact that Surangal Akmal's coming round the wicket here. You've got to try and cramp a player like Ben Dunk, who's got all the shots in the book. So this is a rollicking start for the Colombo Lions. Their first match at the tournament.
Yeah, they look good, haven't they? Harbhajan Akmal has slammed 3 boundaries in his 13. Dunk has already got 2 fours and a 6. They're going at what? Nearly 15 runs an over, so they couldn't have asked for a better start into over number 3.
Yeah, it's a ball that demanded respect, just to dab it into the covers for 1. Birthday boy today, Surangal Akmal.
Captain Sri Lanka, Surangal Akmal. And you would think that it's a little bit unfashionable for a fast bowler to captain a side or captain a country, but Surangal Akmal did a good job as captain. He stood in and he was appointed captain. He's won games for his country. So he's been a good contributor to the Sri Lankan cause.
Oh, that's a bit inelegant, but it's effective. Akmal 4.
Well, he's taking a look at the bat. I'm not sure that it came off the sweet spot, but still, as you said, may not look as elegant as he would have wanted to. He's broken his bat. He's signaling to the dressing room, pace off, and he dragged it from wide of the off stump. I think it just hit almost the bottom of the bat. But still very effective. That's his 4th boundary.
Well, maybe he's been watching the England Baz ball, because this is bash ball. Whatever it is, he hasn't played. I don't think he could spell the word defensive. He doesn't believe in it. But he's going after everything here, Harbhajan Akmal, which means that what it's done is set the tone. 39 on the board, and we've had 2.4 overs. Not sure what's going on here. A little slight delay here. Oh, of course, we're waiting for the bat, aren't we? So we got a new bat coming here for Akmal. I hope it's the one he wants, because if it isn't, he's going to have to race back and get another one.
It's always good to have a few options. Carry more than... Oh no, he seemed to be happy with that, thankfully.
Yeah, normally they run out with half a dozen of the things.
But you're right, defense doesn't seem to be part of his plan. But he appears to be on a mission. He's been given a specific target. Go after the bowling, take them on. And he's done pretty effectively so far with the power plays on.
Yeah, I like that from Akmal. It's not a wide, it's not deemed a wide. But lovely to see the children here, isn't it, watching. if you are watching locally, there's no charge for coming into the stadium. It's free entry. Free entry, so those of you maybe watching on your TV sets, if you fancy coming to the Pallakeli Cricket Stadium, come along, come and watch. Every day until the 19th, we have a double-header entertainment for you. Bring your friends. Slower ball, great change of pace. 3 gone, 39 for no wicket.
Yeah, nice start here. 39 after the 3 overs, the 18 balls. Dunk's looking very good, Nick. Got a little scratch on that.
It's been a good start, isn't it? 40 for none. Just into the 4th over. Searles into his 2nd. But Akmal and Dunk both going at even Stevens, 17 from 9 and 17 from 10.
Just 2 fielders allowed outside that 30-yard circle inside the power play. This is the final over of it. There's a long on and a deep mid-wicket. Akmal is just looking for boundaries here, not looking to rotate the strike. He's just looking to swing away. Oh, there's a shot. There's a shot. Maybe a little bit of height. Let's bowl him. So there was a big shout for LBW. We were all a little bit confused, but the ball ricocheted off this and that and eventually went onto the stumps, and they've got there first.
Well, 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 what a dismissal that is. Let's take a look at this again. Akmal went for the sweep. There was a appeal, and that ball just lobbed in there, bounced and hit the stumps. That's the end of Akmal. So the Lions lose their first wicket. Akmal departs to 17. It's 40 for 1.
Now, here's a good player. Ross Taylor of New Zealand, an all-format player, has had success in all of those forms. It's his T20 career. Now, that's not his T20 international career. That's all T20 matches that he's played. He's played enough. Strike rate, very impressive. 130 over a lengthy lifespan. Just a tap and a run.
Yeah, this is typical Ross Taylor, isn't it? Push and run, wait for the loose ball, get it away. This is why he's in here, because this was a thought of a unfortunate dismissal for Akmal, going for the sweep and then the ball lobbing back onto the stumps. But the fielding side will take it.
I didn't think it was a bad shout, to be honest, when the keeper went up. Suyal went up as well. But in the end, it's bowled. Right, Dunk. Didn't middle that. We're talking about Taylor and those numbers, his T20 numbers, but it's these international numbers that are so impressive as well, Ross Taylor. 112 innings, over 7,500 runs. Oh, you must be a little bit jealous, eh? Sitting alongside me here.
Yeah, definitely. But I prefer my job here today.
Well, you shocked us all, letting us know that 30 years being a disc jockey, that's what a DJ stands for, right?
Yeah, disc jockey.
I'll give you his telephone number now where you can dial him to make some appointments. Bookings for weddings and golf days, 21sts and sweet 16s. And maybe even we can save a little money on our wrap party at the end of this this competition.
Why not? Why not?
Steals another one, Taylor. 4 gone, the power play is complete. Decent power play for Colombo, 43 for 1. Couple in here this evening. That's the signal for the end of the power play. And now we're going to have some spin, some wrist spin. I love a bit of wrist spin. So many thought that this would be the death of it, T20 cricket and T10 and now 90 ball cricket, and spin would die a very quick death. Well, it hasn't. They are the match winners.
Especially the wrist spinners. They've been the match winners in all formats now. And also they've developed various types of techniques, HD, as the game goes on, how it managed out the delivery points, the various balls that these wrist spinners bowl. It's how hard to pick them.
Just a couple of adjustments here to the field. Lots of protection away on the leg side for Ben Dunk. Oh, that's a good shot. It really is. He picked his spot.
That's a poor delivery from Sikuge Prasanna. It was short and outside the off stump. There was not much protection on the deep of the offside, and Ben Dunk knew exactly what he needed to do with that, because there's only a sweeper cover on the offside, and there's a big gap there between long off and the sweeper cover. And Ben Dunk was quite at ease to put that one away.
Keep going, buddy, come on.
Dangerous player. I'm not going to mention the teams that he's played for, because it might take up the entirety of our broadcast. Ben Dunk has represented almost, well, he's played for teams in almost every single league that there is out there. He's played in the Bangladesh Premier League, he's played in the Lankan Premier League, he's played in the Caribbean Premier League, the Pakistan Super League. He's a T20 specialist.
In leagues, I would say, HD, in leagues, T20 specialist in leagues.
He has played a T20 international. He's He was successful in the Big Bash and got his call up to the Australian T20 international side, but that's a tough nut to crack, that Australian setup. That's 4.
You just can't afford to bowl on that line. Dunk's so good. He would just help himself. That's exactly what happened. Sikugay Prasanna has not had the best of overs. Again, finding the gap very comfortably to get that boundary.
Yeah, just drifting down the leg side. Just the old conventional sweep shot. Now he goes over mid-wicket and all the way. So a little fine sweep and now a big bash over mid-wicket to conclude the 5th. 60 for 1. Ben Dunk is racing along.
Wait, hang on. Just come here. Oh, mid-wicket maybe, yeah. Remain here, buddy.
There you go. Good start at the top with the first over, but then slightly coming down, and then that 6th over, just getting them above 14 runs. 60 for 1. Taylor, we all know what he can do. Here comes Harbhajan, the captain. Missed out on the second game. But it's also not easy, isn't it? The Dubai Giants have been playing back-to-back, HD.
Yeah, 3 games in a row for the Giants, but that's why Harbhajan didn't play yesterday. There's this feeling that a couple of players just didn't feel that they could do 3 in a row. So Richard Levy didn't play yesterday, Harbhajan Singh didn't play yesterday, and also it's the squad is bigger than 11. You know, it's an awful long way to travel to not get a game. So quite nice that in these early stages get everyone into the contest. Wow, that's hit hard. And the placement is absolutely perfect.
He picked that one from wide outside the off stump. And that hand-eye coordination is fantastic from Doug. Just look at that. He just slapped that one. And says, good evening, Harbhajan, with that boundary.
Yeah, amazing, the good sweepers of the cricket ball, how they can access any area of that leg side just by manipulating their front foot. You know, they can get their front foot across past off stump, and that allows them to get the ball finer. Then they can open up their front side, and that gets the ball squarer. They can hit it on the ground, they can hit it in the air.
Now, this is what Ross Taylor will do. He'll just work it around at the start. And make sure that since Dunk is doing the bulk of the scoring, he will do it with quite ease.
Right on.
A section of the crowd that you see that's coming in. Just to keep you informed, entrance is free. So if you're somewhere around Pallekele, make sure you come in here.
Well, they have started well here, Colombo. This is their first game in this tournament, and they are 68 for 1 after 36 deliveries. Amazing, isn't it? 36 deliveries have been bowled, 10 are dot balls. So in just 26 balls, 26 scoring balls, they've got 68. The ability to hit boundaries, to find boundaries, is such an asset. Dunk's 39 off 19, but it's the boundary count. 5 fours and 2 sixes. So his strike rate of over 200. It really has been an exhibition, and it continues.
Another 6, courtesy of Dunk. He's just enjoying the party. Man coming into the attack. Now, Dunk's been there to see that, and he will put it quite handsomely over that cover boundary.
Hasn't it this? There's a chance in the deep, and that's the end of the Dunk innings. They needed to end that, and it's Gukret Man who does it.
There you go again. Dunk trying to clear the mid-wicket region. That one maybe cramped him up a little bit for space. It came owing to him, but a well-judged catch by Sean Marsh down in the deep. That's a big wicket. That's a good wicket for the Giants. Dunk goes for 45. It's 74 for 2.
Well, the ex-captain of Afghanistan, Asghar Afghan. Here is a good player, and he is a wonderful character, and he really does fancy playing this form of the game. And when I say this form, the shorter, the better for him. He loves it.
Yeah. This is why he's there. Dunk was trying to clear mid-wicket, but only found Sean Marsh in the deep.
Go on, buddy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Easy.
Oh, he's away. A little single.
Now, this Gurpreet Man, he does incredible things, isn't he? He batted very well yesterday. And now he's come in and picked up an important wicket. So you get these type of players actually who are very useful, but not the ones with the big names.
Yeah, legendary names that Sobers, Lara, no, not quite, but they're still very fine players who've done exceptionally well all around the world. This man has done it. I might have just spotted a little bit of turn. Taylor goes long and out. So 2 quick wickets here for the Giants.
Well, Gurpreet Man has picked up his second, and that of a very important wicket of Ross Taylor. Again, Ross Taylor trying to play that sweep, slog sweep over square, but found Zurab Tiwari, and he held on to a good catch. So Taylor departs for 6, 75 for 3.
Siriwardena, the new man, the left-hander, with I want to say a little bit of rebuilding, but I don't think these fellas believe in a rebuilding period. It's just about boundaries and runs, and they've got such a good start, but the Giants have just clawed their way back here with 2 quick wickets.
Oh, well bowled, boy.
Well, he's off the mark, but The interesting thing I'm now seeing is that Harbhajan's got a slip in place.
Nowhere near the middle of the bat. I'm not sure if Tawari's okay, if he's got a little bit of cramp in taking that catch. There's just a little bit of turn, just a hint. That's starting to rear its ugly little head here at the Palakele. 77 for 3.
Baje.
77 for 3. The Colombo Lions, Harbhajan Singh starting off.
Come flip for me, please.
Well, the problem for Colombo Lions have been that they have lost wickets a little bit too close to each other, particularly wicket number 2 and 3, John. So they got 2 new batters. So they got Milinda Sirivardhana and Asghar Khan, who can hit a long ball, the former Afghanistan captain. But this man, Milinda Sirivardhana, he can bat. He's a proper batter. He's played for Sri Lanka in both white ball, I believe played also red ball. An all useful cricketer. Bowls left arm spin as well.
Look at his record: 5 tests, 27 ODIs, 22 T20s. 38 years old. Probably watching, but this man in action, what a sight once again to see him on our screens.
See, it's the control, isn't it? He wouldn't have bowled in the recent past. He's bowled so many deliveries in his career, but he comes back, and it's his muscle memory. It's in him. So he could just run in, close his eyes, and still drop a ball on a length.
Interesting to see the variation if he tries too much or he keeps it fairly simple. They got a slip in. Good aggressive captaincy. That's what HT Atman was talking a minute ago, saying the ball staying down a bit, really low, and it's going to be very tough to get away if he keeps hitting that sort of length, hitting halfway up the stumps, and pretty hard to punch it off the back foot there.
Ooh, what about that? What about that? Bowled slower, gripped a bit, and turned.
Super stuff. This is getting into his own here now, settling in and spinning his web once again.
Oh, inside edge, inside edge. That's the one that went straight through. Just 3 singles in the over so far. This is the last ball. Definite inside edge. In fact, hit it onto the pad. So 8 overs done, 80 for 3, and this should be the timeout. 80 for 3 at the end of 8 overs. That's Colombo Lions. They got off to a good start. Well, they had Akmal and Dunk opening. Akmal was onto him quickly. Back-to-back boundaries. Big first over. And Dunk was good as well. And some really good shots from Dunk. Made 45 of 21. And Akmal was going after the bowling. Some healthy edges too. And eventually the wicket. This was unfortunate. Akmal wasn't aware as to where that ball was heading.
His opening partnership of 40 came to an end, but Dunk kept going and sweeping really well. So his horizontal bat shots he was really successful with, but this was the moment. Tawari, Marsh caught it in the deep. Really good take. And here on this occasion, Ross Taylor, Tawari was in the deep. So Shiel with a wicket early on. Gurkrit 2 for 9 so far for him, and he's on again. Pulled away. The word shout. Catch it. Landed safe.
Tell you what, Oscar Afghan was looking to hit it to orbit and completely lost it. It was a short delivery. It was a drag down, but just couldn't time it. And ran the danger of being caught on the boundary too had he connected it. And now we got the left-hander in. Gurkrit has 2 for 10 and he's bowled 7 deliveries so far. He did have a slip earlier on. I would have been encouraged to have a slip with the spinners getting some purchase. Not in control, but he chips it somehow into a gap. Now, John, just keep an eye on the surface. That ball also, I thought, just got a little bit stuck.
Absolutely right, and it's looked to be really tough to get the ball away here against the spin after that bright start from the Lions. Pulled away brilliantly. He has bisected the 2 fielders, and a much needed boundary here.
Right, it's 86 for 3. Time to listen to Ben Dunk.
45 of 21 balls, 5 fours and 3 sixes. Ben Dunk, you were on fire in the very first game of the tournament.
Yeah, it's always nice to start a tournament with some runs, and we got the team off to a really good start. So hopefully we can build on that and put a competitive total on the board.
Tell me, how do you maintain your fitness in such a small format? 15 overs it is.
Yeah, I quite enjoy the gym, so you know I get up and try and do that every day, even when I'm back home, and try and live a reasonably healthy lifestyle. So it's short and sharp and lots of fun. So you know it's great to be here.
And tell me, how are you liking Sri Lanka, Kandy especially?
Yeah, so far so good. We got out and played an amazing golf course, Victoria Golf Course, the other day with a lot of the other boys from other teams. It's a really social sort of atmosphere at the moment, and you know I've always loved Sri Lanka, and it's great to be back here.
Good to see that you guys are chilling and gelling up. Tell me that, you know, what score is good on the board?
It's a great question because not many of us have obviously played this format. I think with the start we'd love to get sort of up and around that 150, but scoring is getting harder and harder as another wicket falls. So yeah,
another wicket falls, and Ben Dunk will have to wait here, and I'll go straight to the gobs.
Sirwadana has picked out the fielder in the deep. Straight to him. Straight to him, and that's another important wicket. There's a bit of a middle order collapse going on here. He's tried to pull away the spinners. They've been hard to get away at the moment. The ball just holding in the wicket, and he juggled it for a moment. His heart in his mouth, but Marsh in the end takes it safely. So Sirwadana's innings comes to an end for 3. The Lions 91 for 4.
You heard what Ben Dunk said at last. He said it's getting harder. Who's the new batter? Gaurav, the director is trying to talk to you. Gaurav. 91 for 4. The Colombo Lions at the end of 9 overs. It's Mangal, the new batter. So they got 2 Afghani players in Mangal and Afghan. Well, I'll tell you what, these Afghani batters, they're quality T20 cricketers, they're pro and T20 cricketers. And let's see how they adjust to this 90-ball format, the newest format here. This is Fidel Edwards. And straight away he gets off the marker. These guys are absolutely switched on when it comes to the T20 format. They are very clever, they are match winners.
That's right, each player has such an interesting and unique skill set. And look at this man on the screen now, some pace. He normally swings that new ball in the first game. We saw him get some beautiful swing, but this time we see the spinners making a real impact, and that's his 3rd wicket. Gurpreet Mann is having a lovely evening out there, and his fielders are backing him up as well.
Swing and a miss again, going wide, called a wide that time. The umpires have been pretty severe on those line calls, I can tell you. Umpire Chamar Soisa just there, ruling it in the favour of the batter. He's not happy, Fidel Edwards, because his plan was to go wide, full and wide.
You don't want to upset a fast bowler, that's for sure. There's a lot of smiles. Loving this time, Palakeli Stadium, watching some of their favourite cricketers over the years, and they're in action here tonight again.
On the pads, that's gone fine. Really didn't have enough pace on it because I got the feeling it went off the pad. Didn't have too much of wood. So Levy, he's back. He retired yesterday. I was wondering what was wrong with him. Maybe it was the heat that got to him, but he seemed to be all right now.
Well, he's moving a bit more freely. But yeah, he left the field unannounced. We wondered for a moment what happened, but he didn't come back out to bat again. So he retired hurt and didn't come back.
Oh, good bouncer, good bouncer. We were talking about annoying a fast bowler, and that's Fidel Edwards' reply. Really quick one, was at the batter.
A couple of questions being asked there of the umpire, saying was that one above the shoulder, and the umpire told him that was one above the shoulder. Dinesh Ramdan also enjoyed that ball hitting the gloves hard, and he's running in quickly here. There's been some higher pace than expected from a lot of players out here in these games so far. They're really bending their backs and flying through to the keeper.
Slow one, cleverly bowled. This is good thinking. Just look at the length, look at the pace. Now very nearly a run out, but let's go back to Fidel Edwards. A bouncer followed by a slow one pitched up. Clever thinking.
You picked it well there quite early. Noraz Mangal out in the centre. A lot of players tonight getting their first taste of the Legends Cricket Trophy. And Mangal, can he make a difference here?
Well, Janaka Patirana, who's in charge of this facility here. He's the venue manager, in charge of the venue, ensures that everything is fine and facilities are looked into. Oh, inside edge, that will run away to the boundary. That's 4. That's a welcome boundary. They go to 99. They've got 7 now with 1 ball to go.
That's really unlucky. This ball was angling in towards the stumps and fortunately got an inside edge. That would have hit that back leg right in front of the stumps. Really late on that delivery. Fortunate to get a 4. Mangal with his first boundary. Legends Cricket Trophy this year. And been a frustrating over for him so far. 7 off it. Once again at the stumps, but played a bit more confidently on this occasion. So 100 up for 4 after 10.
Janaka Patirana and his wife. Well, great supporters, administrators of the game in the Central Province, very well known. Had a son that played for Sri Lanka, Sachit Patirana, part of this league. Left arm spinner, left-handed all-rounder. Captain the Sri Lankan under-19, so he's got a cricketing involvement, not just in administration, but also providing a player to the Sri Lankan cause.
Cricket's in their veins. I tell you, what a wonderful story it is, and what a great job he's done. This field is looking in wonderful condition. He's getting a few calls. He's got the hotline going there. He's on television. Give us a wave. Look at that smile. Don't you just love that?
Well, playing for Dubai Giants, his son Sachit Patirana. He's in the squad. He's also a coach, but was a very fine cricketer on his day. Bowls left arm spin, left-handed batter. Right, it's going to be the batting power play now. That's the confirmation. Suyal on. So don't forget, just 3 fielders outside that 30-yard circle when the batting power play is on. Afghan and Mangal, the 2 batters. So Afghan will be the... Mangal, in fact, will be the batter on strike. So point, deep mid-wicket and long on, the 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Nicely done, but only a single. Finds that lone field on the point boundary. Now this batting power play, that's a very interesting concept, John. Now this is where the teams need to capitalize. In the last game, the batting power play paid rich dividends. It was a big score. They got 19 runs. Asghar Khan, he can hit a long ball. Captain Afghanistan, he's on strike. Oh, that swung. How far has that gone? I think it's 1 bounce for 4, but it was hit with a lot of power.
It's always important. You've got some players that are in when the super over does come along. Batting power play, I should say. But that is dismissed from his presence. That was a tremendous shot. Slow ball dragged down, and he saw it so early. And he's going to make this over count. That's what they need.
Still 4 balls to go. Single and a 4 of the first 2. Now no ball. Goodness gracious me. How did he manage that, Suyal? And what a critical time of the game in the batting power play. He is now faced with a free hit. Oh, well, he's well over the line that time. Well over the line.
He had a no ball problem in the previous game as well, and he's got a smile on his face. It's a free hit. It's the batting power play, so he's the worst possible time to bowl that no ball.
He's just got 3 men outside the 30-yard circle. Oh, well bowled, very well bowled. That is a good comeback. He's redeemed himself with that dot.
Well, he seemed to bowl a lot quicker delivery on that occasion, but got away with it. Right, it was in the arc. It was there to hit. But he's got away with it here. So 6 runs off the over so far at the halfway stage.
3 more deliveries left in the over. What can the Colombo Lions get out of this? Another dot. This is good bowling. See, I get the feeling that Asghar Khan is really trying to hit the leather of the ball. He's looking to bash it and just sacrificing some timing.
Oh, bar that no ball and that boundary, he's really bowled well, Suyal. It's important that he tries to get rid of that run-up issue as soon as possible before the competition gets to its real important stages. They need to win here. They've won 1 and lost 1 so far in this campaign already.
Again, another dot. This is good bowling. Let me tell you something, John. Now, even yesterday, Suyal was very good. He did overstep, but what he did well was the immediate next delivery was a dot. And even here, he has redeemed himself. Yes, he's bowled a no ball, but he's redeemed himself.
Exactly right. He's managed to keep it down to a runner ball here so far. So economy really good. He's picked up 1 wicket as well. So really he's doing his job here. You wonder if who's going to bowl their 4 overs. So really for the first time in the innings they've got just below the 10 to the over mark run rate wise, and that's a real worry when they really want to be accelerating towards these last 5.
Last ball of the over. Last ball of the batting power play. Well bowled. They'll get a single. Now that is the best batting power play over we have seen in the tournament so far. 11 done. It's 107 for 4 Colombo Lions.
$107 for 4, 11 overs have gone, 66 deliveries. So just 24 balls remaining. Must keep telling you at home that this is a reduced number of deliveries tournament. It's 90 balls, 15 overs. So our biggest total so far has been 176. Asghar Afghan's going well here. 21 from 17, the former Afghanistan skipper. That could be a wide, it is.
So 6 bowlers have been used by Harbhajan. Interesting to see. Sual's been good. 3 overs, 1 for 19. Edwin's been expensive. Harbhajan's bowled well. So interesting to see who will fill up the next few overs.
Yeah, I think the big bonus for them has been Gujarat. 3 for 20. 3 for 20 for Gujarat Man. Oh, that's been powerfully struck. And it's for such strength through the arms.
There you go, Akmal. Just straying on line. Look at that effort put into that. He really put a lot of effort into that. Afghan.
Goodness me, that was I wouldn't like to take him on in an arm wrestle. No, I would think he could bench press something fairly impressive. Padded up, waiting to go. Slower ball, picked up.
Let's go.
Sekuge Prasanna is the fielder out there at deep backward square. So Prasanna, you saw the throw wasn't that dynamic. The thing is, when you get past the age where you used to throw flat, you don't do that anymore. You look after the shoulder because he's got a bowl. So Mangal bowled. That really is high-class bowling from Akmal. He's bowled 2 Yorkers here. This is the best of them. This is really well bowled.
There you go. Take a look at this again. Cross seam on that occasion. And right on the money. Very well done. There you go. I would say he followed the batsman on that occasion. Very well done. That's experience for you.
Well, it's just perfectly executed. You can't hit that for 6. It's his birthday as well today, Saranga. He's 37.
A lot of change-up deliveries. We'll see a lot of change-up deliveries.
Yasir Shah, the skipper. What a wonderful performer over the years he has been for Pakistan as well. With the leg spin, there we are. Thanks. On cue. Yasir, give the ball a rip. Looking for the Yorker, finding his length. Fantastic bowling this. You just can't get this away. This is high class Yorker delivering.
This is perfect dead bowling, isn't it, Alan? Just what you want your bowlers to do, right on the money. It's one of the hardest deliveries to get on target, isn't it, the Yorker? But Akmal, execution is fantastic.
Yeah, and it takes more effort physically. Never mind the mental demands. It's physically more of an effort to get it as well. Good over so far. Close it off. Into the pads. Brilliant over that from Akmal. Birthday boy. 115 for 4. Afghanistan partnership, these pairing, Lakmal, I beg your pardon, Afghan and Mangal, they have put together 24 from 21. You get the feeling that they're going to go here, put their foot down on the accelerator.
Afghan is a player that you wouldn't expect him to hit the big ones, but he does execute them very well. He's been a power hitter for Afghanistan during his playing days. He's got a couple of half centuries in the longer format of the white ball. Sual has been picked as the bowler to bowl the 4th over.
Well, not surprisingly, 1 for 19 from 3. Oh, it's well done. The Soil's done really well here. 1 for 19 in 3 overs. That's why he's got the 4th over.
Once again, there you go, pace off. That's what, and bowling into the surface. That's been the secret of Soil's success in this game. Into the surface, take the pace off the ball.
Bowled full again. It's Yorker length, and this time just sprayed wide. Could be, we might see a little improvisation here from Afghan. He's having a full go at everything that's coming his way.
Now, I would say that the Dubai Giants have done extremely well, Alan, because they got 60 runs in the first 5 overs.
So the last 4 deliveries before that single were dot balls, and at this stage of the innings, in a 90-ball innings, that's expensive currency.
Yes, it's been fantastic bowling from the Dubai Giants. Again, you can see not giving room for Afghan, like say, to free his arms, bowling close to the body.
They should get 2 here. Yeah, they'll get 2.
Well ball. Keep going, buddy.
Why waste my arm?
If you've got someone closer by, let him do it. Let somebody else do the work. But so far, this has been a very good over. 2 dot balls, a single and a 2. outstanding. Problem here that Mangal and Afghan are trying to hit the ball so hard, they're not concentrating enough here. Yes, I like the intent, but they're just not putting it together. They're missing.
They're definitely throwing the kitchen sink at him, but it's not working. It's not. You see, the bowler is using his head, he's using his talent, he's slowing things up, he's changing pace, but the batters are not adjusting accordingly at the moment.
Oh, it's gone right through his fingers. Sean Marsh out there at deep point. End of the over, 124 for 4.
Yeah, there you go. Those are the. This is how they've gone about the first over. They managed to get 21. The fifth one, another good over. But apart from that, now this is the last ball of Sohail's over. Mangal got enough bat on that, and Sean Marsh just managed to punch it over the goalpost.
Yeah, he's just come in a yard here. Had he been right on the fence, on that cushion, he might have held it, but then he would have had the problem of landing inside. So it's burst through his fingers and it's gone for 6, and that will bring Fidel Edwards, who's been a little expensive, none for 29 in 12 deliveries. Hold him straight onto those stumps, Fidel Edwards. Oscar Afghan, 1 swing too many.
There you go. Ball straight, you miss, I hit. That's the old theory, Alan. And that's exactly what Edwards is doing. Oscar Afghan is gone for 28. It's 124 for 5.
The imposing presence of the South African Robert Vreeling. Strike rate of 148. His best 63 not out, 148 matches. He's played a lot of T20 cricket. Here we go, Fidel. Bullet straight, top of middle. On your way, Oscar Afghan. Great Yorker again from Fidel.
So Vreeling has played 3 T20s for South Africa, Alan. But what will be more interested right now where the Lions are concerned is his strike rate of 144. That's what will be important where the Lions are concerned.
Yeah, 148. If your career strike rate is 148, you've made a significant contribution to the teams you've played for. But that was a fantastic delivery of the Yorker from Fidel Edwards. Still runs in a long way, the West Indian. Lovely run-up, so balanced. Looking for Yorker again. It's a good length.
Oh,
so you're going to have to find some runs from somewhere, because 3 balls to close the 14th over and then 6 more balls after that, and 125 doesn't look enough.
Well, there were 60 at the end of 5 overs. I would expect them to go to 175, 180, maybe get the highest total of the tournament so far.
Oh, goodness me. That was a coat of varnish from knocking that off stump.
No, Phil, let's take a look at that. Once again, the key of bowling straight, isn't it? Because the batter is always not trying to be innovative. He's trying to do anything. So just keep bowling straight. That's the key. But you need to get your length right.
Bowled. But, oh, what a save. Outstanding save. Well, that's Saranga. No, it's not. Who is that? It is. That's Jonathan Carter. Jonathan Carter's come on as a replacement substitute fielder. And he saves a boundary here. That's brilliant from the West Indian. Saves 3.
That's bad running. They should have run 2. That's bad running. Maybe expecting the boundary.
Chips it. Single. End of 14 overs. 1 over to go. 128 for 5.
That is excluding the first game, right?
It was a fantastic start with the likes of Akmal and Dunk, and then Afghan with his 28. They got off to such a racing start. 60 from the first 5 overs, and so it's been pegged back by Dubai Giants. We're now into the last over. Sarangal Akmal, none for 17 in his first 2, so he's done well. The lowest total we've had in the 3 previous matches that went to 15 was 132 for 8. He's delivered the Yorker so well. Oh, well done. That's well done. Who was it? Teixeira Pereira with the dive.
There you go. Yeah. That's a good effort again. Yeah. Well done, Teixeira Pereira, on that.
Now that's been really hit well. 6 over extra cover.
Yeah, just a little bit of room given there on the offside, and there you go. That's a good pickup shot, isn't it? It's not easy. Got underneath that one very well. That was the key. To get underneath that, when planting that front foot outside, opening that front foot up, that was the key.
Yeah, and a lot of strength, upper body strength. Swing of the bat, the bottom hand coming through. Mangal, 26 now. That's his second 6. He's only hit 1-4. That's a very important 4 deliveries coming up. It's 136 for 5. You don't want boundaries to come here now for the Giants. Again, I think he's trying to hit it too hard.
So 3 balls remaining. Can they get to 150? That's a psychological figure if they can do. Now, Freilich can do that. He's got the power to do that. And his strike rate speaks volume that he can do that.
goodness. What is that? How do you describe that? If you're going to swat a mosquito, that's your action. I've never seen a shot like that. I have not seen a shot like that. I'm not sure ever.
Just look at that. What was that? I haven't seen that shot in any sport.
I might have seen it in squash. Outstanding timing from Freiling. So that's given Akmal a bit of a headache. He's got 2 balls to finish this innings.
Thank you.
And the thing is about that extraordinary shot, that audacious little flick, is that he didn't move a bit. The only thing that moved was his wrist, his bottom hand wrist, which flicked it over mid-wicket, some 70 yards. How about this? Should be out. Should be. He's taken it. Sean Marsh out there has taken a very good catch. Outstanding catch from the Australian. And Freiling, he could have done a bit more damage, but he's on the way back.
And once again, if you really look at it, it was a slash, but he was really picking it up like a scoop. And this time, Marsh held on to a very good catch. He judged it very well. It's not easy to judge those catches on that. So Robert Freiling goes for 7. It's 143 for 6. Malinda Pushpakumara is the new man in. He's more known for his bowling. Last ball. Oh, it's a dot ball. So Akmal finishes off well, and the Lions end up at 143 for 6 at the end of their 90 balls. Akmal will be a happy man, but have they got enough? It will be the question. Have the Lions got enough? Akmal with a very happy face. The Dubai Giants might feel that this is in their reach.
Yeah, it's just a little in between, isn't it? 143, 176 is the biggest total we've seen in the 15 overs. But after the start that we saw from the Colombo Lions, I think that Dubai Giants will feel that they pegged it back, and they pegged it back very well.
Yeah, definitely. There you go, the Dubai Giants. The target is 144 from 90 balls.
Dubai Giants need 144 from the 90. I think they feel they've done their job. Some decent bowling performances there. Fidel Edwards in the end was strong, but outstanding from Soyal, the left armour. Harbhajan only bowled himself for 2 overs. So look at the start that they got. Akmal, Akmal, 17, and he got them quickly. Ben Dunk, 45 from 21. Ross Taylor's stay was short. Asghar Afghan, he got good runs, and then Mangal, 27, and a big 6 in that 7 from Freiling, which was an extraordinary flick of a shot. 143 for 6 in the 90 balls.
The 40-run partnership at the top between Dunk and Akmal, and then a 34-run partnership between Taylor and Dunk. But after that, it is only the 33-run partnership between Mangal and Afghan that really stood out for the Colombo Lions. And the bowling for the Dubai Giants, I thought Edwards didn't start off well, but he finished off decently with a wicket. A wicket for Soyal, a wicket for Akmal, and 3 wickets for Gurpreet Mann. That was the changing point in the Colombo Lions inning.
Yeah, big bonus for the Dubai Giants. Gurpreet to bowl his 2 overs, 3 for 20, outstanding. And Soyal, his numbers were very good as well. So the Dubai Giants have done their job with the ball. They need to do it with the bat. 144 to win. We'll see the reply shortly.
Harder. Right.
Welcome back. Colombo Lions made 143 for 6 playing the Dubai Giants, and they now got that score on the board of 15 overs. They need to come up with a good show to try and defend it. They got off to a decent start, Akmal and Dunk. They went out with determination, and Akmal in particular got it going off the very first ball. Back-to-back boundaries. And the Colombo Lions were on the way with Dunk 2 getting into the action. Big first over. And the bowling was not spared. They were, and some really powerful shots. And some healthy edges as well. Some lucky ones. Before this happened, this was unfortunate. This was Akmal. He didn't know where it was, where the ball was, and eventually it lodged in the stumps.
Dunk managed to keep going, hit a couple of lusty sweep shots, one over mid-wicket, one through mid-wicket, and then tried one too many and held out in the deep. Sean Marsh taking the catch, and it was at this point now where the Giants started to fight back, because it really looked as though Colombo were going to get in the region of 170, 180. They were absolutely flying while Akmal and Dunk were at the crease. Ross Taylor went, and then
Hopefully we can build on that.
Asghar Afghan, the ex-Afghanistan captain, came in. He played pretty well before Siriwardena hold out as well. That deep mid-wicket was very, very busy throughout the innings. Marsh taking his second of, I think, 3 catches in the end. He's a clean striker of the ball, is the ex-Afghanistan captain, Asghar Afghan, and along with his ex-coach, Naraz Mangal, they put on a few, but the innings really stalled towards the back end.
Indeed, and eventually 143 is all but they had. Dubai fought back really hard, but there were some lusty blows towards the end. Asghar Afghan, in fact, it's Frylink being caught in the deep, and Marsh again, who was very busy. So 143 for 6 is all they had to show, and Dubai Giants will need 144 of 90 balls. Welcome back. It's 143 for 6 is what Colombo Lions had. And it is Dubai Giants' turn now to see how best they could set about to get this target. We are live at the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. Well, the Legends Cricket Trophy. What about, well, it was a very good start for the Colombo Lions, and particularly Ben Dunk looked very good, the way he announced himself. Some outstanding shot making, some flicks. And what about this 6? And then some lovely drives as well.
Yeah, played all around the world, Ben Dunk, in short version cricket. Played in around about 20 franchise teams, and it certainly shows. He's such a powerful striker of the ball, and lovely innings.
So right now's the time for the Colombo Lions to show their mettle in terms of their bowling. Levy and Marsh, the two openers. Levy, don't forget, retired in that game yesterday, but he's back. He's a powerful unit. Marsh, of course, such a talent. Left-hander.
Richard Levy went to the same alma mater as the great Jacques-Henri Callis, Wynberg Boys High in Cape Town. I think he might have been responsible for breaking a few of Callis's records while he was at that school. I'm not sure he's going to break many of Callis's records that were made after school. Not many will. He was a fine all-rounder, Jacques Callis, that's for sure. But Richard Levy made his name in international cricket with a wonderful 100 for South Africa against New Zealand, and has played plenty of T20 cricket around the world. Sean Marsh, the Western Australian, recently retired from all forms of the game and captained Western Australia to their first Sheffield Shield title in many years, and comes from a very famous cricketing family. His father, Jeff, represented Australia, and his brother, Mitchell, is now starting to play with absolute distinction for the men in canary yellow.
Mohammad Irfan, well, the gentle giant, as they might call him, stands about 6 feet 8, I think, or is he 7? In fact, he's 7'2". That's some height to release a ball from, and he is fairly pacey as well. So Levy will be the man on strike.
And he's got a big reputation to live up to with the number 23 on his back, because that number is reserved for the likes of Jordan, Warne, Beckham, and Mohammad Irfan.
He's in top company. He's got a short fine leg, he's got a backward square leg, and third, the two fielders out. So he's bowling in the power plays. Here's the first ball, and Levy gets it over mid-off. He won't time it. It's Pushpa Kumar who runs back. They'll come back for 2. Wasn't timed well at all, but he just managed to get it over mid-off. But it's up and running.
He struggled to get going in their opening match, Richard Levy. Ended up retiring. I think he had 5 of about 10 deliveries, and might have just been nursing a little bit of a niggle, but he's back. But I promise you, if he gets going, we'll be thoroughly entertained.
He's on strike. That's a bit of swing, that's a wide, and that's a bit of untidy work by the keeper, Adnan Akmal. They're coming back for 2, so they're extra runs and an extra delivery to be bowled. Stayed down a lot, swung down the leg side.
Yeah, it's not what you sign up for. When you sign up to play in these Legends League, you want the ball to pitch just outside off stump, carry nicely around about waist height. This down the leg side stuff where you've got to dive, that's not on.
That's not part of the contract. Yeah, that's pretty challenging, isn't it, these bodies? I'm sure most of them have been away from the game. They're coming back. They need to adjust. Over the top. That was effortless. 1 bounce for 4. What about that for a shot?
This one he doesn't try and hit too hard, Richard Levy. He just knows he wants to clear the infield. The outfield will do the rest. It's such a hard outfielder. Once the ball hits it, it just rockets away.
Just look at this shot. Not much of bat lift, but he really hammers it. Went high, one bounce for 4. So he's just starting to get warmed up. Oh, that time they're asking for a catch. The bowler was excited. That was full. I think the bat hit the ground, but he was going hard at it. Irfan going full that time. The previous delivery back of a length.
Sometimes these can prove to be difficult decisions because as an umpire you're aware that the bat's hit the ground, but it hasn't clipped the outside edge as well. This one didn't, so a good decision.
So Mohammad Irfan, of course, much gentler in pace. Would get a lot of bounce in the past when he was on song, but understandably at an age where he wouldn't really trust himself to run in and bend his back, but instead would look to be a bit more gentle. Oh, big one. That is a huge one. That's been dismissed on the grass banks. Levy has now moved to 12 of 4.
This is Richard Levy's stroke, or shot I should say. It's put a shovel away over the leg side. Favours this side of the ground, and that's right in his hitting area.
Just releasing it, not really hitting that pitch, Mohammad Irfan. So that just arrived and beautifully done. Over mid-wicket, timing sweet, and he knew straight away. That's fine, and misfielded. Allowed the batter to get a single. Still 1 ball to go in the over. They've already got 16 runs. Good start for Dubai Giants. So Sean Marsh hasn't faced the ball. He's been admiring. He's been watching with awe. Levy going after the bowling, those big 6 over mid-wicket. Last ball of the over. Just a hint of movement. And a dot ball to end the first over. 16 without loss. Of the very first over. Dubai Giants getting off to a flyer. Now they need 128 of 84 balls. Levy has been the man. 13 of 5. Want to see some spin. Zulfikar Barber. He's going to bowl some left arm orthodox spin. So ex-Pakistani international Zulfikar Barber. He's got a mid-on and mid-on saving one, but long off out on the boundary, and the second fielder outside the 30-yard circle is at mid-wicket. Wasn't in control, but he will, in fact, bounce away for 4. Levy gets off to a good start.
Now, what's interesting here about Zulfikar Barber bowling to Richard Levy is when Levy burst onto the scene with South Africa in that 100 against New Zealand, he was snapped up by the Mumbai Indians to play in the IPL. And upon his arrival in the IPL, left arm spin was bowled to him, and he just kept on missing it and get his stumps knocked over. He really struggled against left arm orthodox.
So this could be a matchup.
Well, maybe with the experience, he's learned to deal with it a little bit better. He's certainly been around the block. He's played all over the world, played many times in county cricket. He was at Northampton, had tremendous success there, particularly in the shorter version of the game. But he did struggle in the early part of his career.
Again, just pushed through a little bit quicker, sliding down the leg side. The first delivery was tossed up and he went over extra cover. The next 2 have been quicker, straighter onto the pads.
To be fair, though, there was Plenty of pressure on the young man playing for the Mumbai Indians. Didn't want to fail and just kept on playing forward defences, and it would go between bat and pad and you'd have those stumps knocked over. I'm not so sure that here he'll be playing many defensive strokes.
On the subject of Zulfikar Baba, 103 T20 wickets in domestic cricket at an average or economy of 6.5. So what he's done well is that he's gone wide of the creases, looked to angle, looked to bowl straight at the pads. So a boundary of the first ball where there was some width. Every other delivery has been on the stumps, more towards middle and leg. And look at where he's delivering it, going very wide and angling it into the right-hander. Right, now that's the mistake he made. That stood up, it's gone for 6. Short delivery, lot of width, and hammered away over extra cover. Good finish to the over. 26 without loss. So Mohammad Irfan will continue 26 without loss after 2 overs to buy Giants. What a 6 that last ball of that last over.
Yeah, length's wrong and there's a little bit of width for Levy to work with.
Off the mark, Sean Marsh.
And that's all Marsh has to do. I mean, the pressure is completely off him as the partner of Richard Levy, because Levy's got off to such a flyer. Marsh is, you know, he's experienced enough to know that, look, I'll just knock a 1 here. If there's a bad ball, I'll put it away for 4. But I'm not under any pressure to try and just find boundaries because of the start that Levy's given us.
Salman Mire played in the first 2 games, not playing today. Dave Houghton. The coach, Harbhajan Singh, captaining the side again, missed the second game. Right, Levy on strike. This time to mid-on, it's taken at mid-on. That's Dunk who takes the catch, and well, Dubai Giants have lost their first wicket.
He just smeared this, didn't he? He was looking to go back over the head of Mohammad Irfan, but just smeared an easy catch for Dunk on the 30-yard circle at mid-on. But Levy did some damage up front. That's a useful innings. He goes for 23. It's 27 for 1.
Yes. You betcha.
27 for 1. So the Colombo Lions have got a wicket. Gurpreet Mann. He's a new batter. He's got a best of 93. Decent strike rate. Closing in on 2,000 T20 runs in his career. Another look. This is Levy. He was looking to try and go over mid-on. Completely miscued it. Dunk, a fairly simple chance. So Mohammad Irfan salvaging something. It's taken apart, went for a lot of runs in that first over, but he's come back strongly, single and a wicket here. Oh, that had a bit of pace.
A little bit overconfident here, Gurkirat, after his player of the match performance, 45 of just 24 deliveries in the previous game for the Giants. He probably thinks he's on 45, but no, that's not the way the game works. He's got to start afresh here. 0 off 1.
Yeah, it's a new day, it's a new innings. Let's not forget that. That's gone fine. That's 4. He's off the mark. That's just offline from Irfan. And Gurkirat was very quick to pounce on it.
Yeah, these fellas don't miss out here. Not when you stray onto their pads. The old leg glance.
Perfectly executed. And played it so fine. There was a big gap at short fine leg. He was never going to catch it. Just get it into the gap. This outfield is extremely quick. Delivery just coming back in at the right-hander, and also had a bit of bounce. So cramped him a little bit. Gurkirat, who was searching for some space. See, his initial reaction was to give himself a bit of room. Just looking to try and play it away on the offside, and the ball just following him back, and also that bit of bounce. Oh, that's a full toss. That's a friendly full toss. That's a little bit too easy. 3 overs done. 35 for 1. .35 for 1. Well, there are a few people turning up. They're enjoying themselves. I really wish we had more, because we do have some wonderful cricketers, former cricketers, who are really showing us how good they are even now. And this is Sean Marsh. Barber. Just goes across. That's the angle he looks to create. Sliding across the left-hander.
No.
This time just dragging it from outside the off stump. That's it hard, and good work by Dunk. Really good work in the deep. Had to dive, had to put in the dive, and he did extremely well because it was hit with a lot of power.
As it skips over the surface, he needs to dive, doesn't he? But it's almost a reluctant dive because of the outfield, the firmness of the outfield. A little bit of a grimace there when he got up. Yeah, maybe with the foot next time.
Gurkirat on strike now. He's pushing that square leg field out to the boundary. Mid-wicket comes in. The long off remains. And Barber tends to go very wide of the crease. Left arm round the wicket. Doesn't really appear to spin the ball a lot, but tends to slide it in. But this is a good option. This is a really good option. Working the angle, going over mid-on.
Not sure this fella should be here. He should still be playing in these big franchise tournaments because he is a serious player, and that is a serious shot.
Really well played. Just look at the way he worked the angle from wide of the crease into the right-hander, and he just went with it and over long on. Tremendous shots for 6. Already 7 runs of the 3 balls. That was pushed through a bit quicker. Barber looks a little bit predictable by the way he delivers the angles. He goes very wide, going left arm round. Doesn't really spin it. He tends to slide it in, push it through. Now the left-hander on strike. That's bowled slower. Oh, this could be trouble.
Well done.
Very nearly trouble. Another look. Gurkirat was interested in the single.
Yes.
Straight to the man at mid-wicket. Good comeback by Barber. 43 for 1. The power play is done.
हाँ पीछे चाहिए वो पावर प्ले फिनिश हो गया ना Having a look at the comparisons, it's level, very close indeed. Equation 101 needed off 66 balls. And now it's time for the spin wizard. Here's Shah, the skipper, and he gives it a real rip. It'll be exciting to watch him get going into his spell here. He's got bundles of energy and he's still walking around, bouncing around there, full of energy, and he's got a lot of work to do here as well. The Giants got off to a wonderful start so far. Good delivery to start.
So Yashir Shah is more renowned for playing red ball cricket rather than white ball. He's just played 2 T20 games for Pakistan. But what a wonderful bowler he is. He hasn't picked up a wicket in T20 cricket, but you know what he can do.
He's got 3 fielders on the leg side. Out on the boundary. They're not far enough back for that shot. That's way up the bank. Sean Marsh picked the bones out of that one. 50 comes up with that stroke.
Well, he had all the time in the world, isn't it, Sean Marsh? He just waited. Okay, come on, come on. In fact, this is the fastest 50 in the tournament. Wow. How good is this tournament getting on to, isn't it, John?
26 balls for the 50 for the Giants, and they are mean business here, really. I've got to say, yes, Shah, he's going to have to be at the top of his game here now. Marsh, good correct man. He's been in some good form as well. Got off to a flyer tonight again. Bowled him, that's the comeback. Off stump, gets knocked back, and there's the celebration.
Right, there you go. Yashir Shah picks up Sean Marsh. That turned a mile, isn't it? That turned a mile. The perfect leg spinner's delivery. Sean Marsh departs, bowled by Yashir Shah for 8. It's 50 for 2, the Giants. So there you go, Yashir Shah picking up the wicket, and Saurabh Tiwari, he's in his 3rd match, 58 runs in the previous 2 games. He will want to make an impact. He's got all the time in the world now, but more importantly, this is how Sean Marsh departed. He was trying to heave that over mid-wicket, but that one turned a mile from Yashir Shah.
Right on target, it's important. He struck early on and he's done that, and Tiwari's strike rate over 180. So Yashir Shah getting hit for 6, his 2nd delivery in this over. He's come back very, very well indeed now, and he's bowling to the right-handed Gurkrit man. Oh, that's right on target. Really good finish to the over. 51 for 2. So 9.3 to the over required. Couple of changes happening out in the centre again, and so Yasir Shah, a wicket in his first over, gone for 8, and Fralink now being introduced. A sensational player over the years with bat and ball. He's got plenty of tricks up his sleeve, a lot of slower balls, and even playing club cricket back in South Africa still to this day for Crusaders Club. He's got a coaching career started as well. Starts angling into the pads, and that's got a lot of work for Mohammed Irfan. The big boot gets stuck out, and he does. I tell you, that's probably about a size 15 out there.
That's a big boot, and that definitely covered a lot of ground. Just getting that, yeah. So this is how Yasir Shah picked up his wicket. But just look at the end that he has, the finish. There you go. He was way off balance on that occasion. He was not in control of the delivery.
Seemed to work all right though in the end. Not the old stumps back, but I tell you, when he's approaching the crease, you could see he was actually looking down at the ground where his foot was going to land. And I suppose some bowlers, if you haven't bowled for a while, you want to make sure you get behind that line. That's the first rule, first problem you rule out for sure. You can control those type of things, but as we say, if you haven't played for a while, those type of things you've got to stay on top of here. But Tawari, he's back on strike. Oh, down leg from Fralink, and that's poor.
That's poor. That's poor. He's a big lad, isn't he? Fralink. He will mix things up. Played a lot of domestic cricket for South Africa, in South Africa rather.
I got a late call up in his career for South Africa. T20's made a big impact. He's a finisher with a bat and also a finisher with a ball. There we go. Right, that's a lot better. And his skill set is bowling those tough situations now. Need a wicket. As well as at the end of the innings, his skill set is utilised. Slower balls, Yorkers, slower bounces. So his skill set is really ideally suited to white ball cricket in this day, as well as T20 cricket. With that rate just going up to 9.5 now. The Giants need to just keep a close eye on that. Big shot and back past Fralink, but really well fielded. I'll tell you what, Yasir Shah, he's in the action again.
You can't keep him out, can you? Very well done. That is a good stop. He's a very good fielder. There you go. Punch down the ground. Tiwari thought he beat the fielder, but there you go, Yasir Shah. Good movement. You were talking about he not playing much cricket recently. Well. You can't say that when you see that.
He's pretty pleased with himself, as he should be. Tawari hits one straight back at you. It's going to take some stopping. But now Gurpreet, man, Fralink needs to adjust his areas now to the right-hander. So wristy, really. That was on middle and off stump, and he punched that through cover.
To me, Gurpreet Man has been somewhat the player that Giants will look to with the ball, with the bat. He got a good 40 out in the one of the previous games, so he'll be a key in this game because he's a player with not the big name, but can be a very dangerous player.
You're meant to come as well. You look down that order. Dinesh Ramden, the keeper. Hasn't had to do too much in the games that have been played so far. Got a quick change of gloves out there. A bit of a problem for Tawari. But now, when you look at the Lions, they need another wicket here. Try and make some further inroads into this middle order and try and get that required rate up as soon as possible. Third man up, fine leg up, and likely to be a slow delivery. And it is a slow delivery. So 6 runs off Fralink's opening over. 57 for 2.
Well, we've got a double header coming up tomorrow. That's the Delhi Devils versus the New York Strikers. Then in the evening, it's Candy Samp Army taking on the Colombo Lions.
Big shot. Tiwari launches one onto the hill below the big scoreboard. Terrific start to the over.
So Tiwari greets Yashir Shah's first delivery into the banks of the Pallekele Stadium. That's a big 6. Can you see the delivery of Yashir Shah? And he goes again, and he finds the banks again. This is good, clean hitting from Zarab Tiwari.
That's his sharp. He's asking some questions here. What can he do differently here? And then Akmal trying to give him some advice, but he's bowling outside off stump and frees the arms up of Tiwari. Back-to-back 6s. This is the dream start here. Can he keep going? And the minute this happens, you start thinking about the 6-6s. You always start thinking about that. Who doesn't? Oh, and yes, Yashar pulled the length back, but that's going to run away for 4 now. This is becoming a massive over.
16 off 3 balls. What a start from Tiwari.
So he tried to pull back the length, but flat batted this time, Tiwari. He is going massive here. He moves on to 19 off 9. His strike rate was evident in his stats. The dog's on the field at the moment in the South Screen region, but short. Hit flat. And he's done it again. This time long on's getting around, and that's good work. Just a single this time.
ये वाला काम ठीक है यासर
Over extra cover. All the way, that's 3 6s in the over now.
There you go, Yashir Shah tossed that one up, and Gurkarit Man just went through the motions. What a lovely shot. It's not easy to play those shots so extra cover. Beautifully done.
This partnership has quietly moved on to 30 or 14. Some serious hitting here. 23 off the over, 1 delivery to go. Short, pulled away wide of long on. Dunk's got some work to do, but just a single, so there's a lot of damage done there by the Dubai Giants. 24 off it, 81 for 2. So 2 wickets to fall in the first 7, but that last skyscraper has changed the game substantially now. 63 needed of 48 balls, below 8 to the over, so that last over really is making the job a lot easier for the chasing team. It looks like another change. Freilink's going to be taken out the attack. He went for 4 in his first over.
No. This man has played so much of cricket in Sri Lanka. A very good domestic player. He's picked up 936 first-class wickets That's a lot of wickets. And he's got 106 T20 wickets and 176 List A wickets. So that speaks a lot about Pushpakumara.
It's almost 1,000 first-class wickets. That's ridiculous. Quicker delivery though, showing some variations this time, not throwing it up to Tiwari. You watched that last over.
No, that's the way he bowls, in fact, John. He pushes it through the air quickly. He's not a big turner of the ball. He loves to bowl with the newer ball.
Come on, boys, come on.
That's what he's been doing a lot, but he's a crafty guy.
A lot slower this time, so you can see he's very good at changing his pace, and he's very good at using his foot there as well on the boundary. And Amal ul Haq, he's on as a substitute fielder. He got a big smile on his face after the old right boot came out, and a lot slower through the air this time.
Yeah, but good footwork. We've seen some good footwork from the Colombo Lions, isn't it? We saw Mohammad Irfan do it once, and now the substitute fielder doing it.
Down the leg side, and that's wide. Dubai Giants, they lost their first game. They won their second, and this will be great work if they can come back and after losing their first one, win the next two. That shows a team that's really got themselves back in the competition. Oh, I tell you what, that's straight. Wow, that's a great appeal, I thought.
Oh, that one turned a little. Maybe that little turn is the one that might have not gone in favor of the bowler. Let's take a look at this. Oh, that is...
Yes, sir.
Did it turn too much? Possibly, but tell you what, it wouldn't, if you got given there, it wouldn't have moaned too much. It wouldn't have been a shocker, you could say, but that was there. Either way, close call. He survived it. Gurkrit. Tiwari on strike now. He's already hit 2 sixes. This time punching it and setting off immediately. 7 off it. 88 for 2 after 8. So, looks like it's time for the timeout.
'88 for 2, the Dubai Giants, and this match is nicely poised. Well, we've had the giant Mohammad Irfan gracing Legends Cricket Trophy, but the ball has been flying to all parts. Some big men out there physically.
Yeah, Levy got them out to a great start. He's a powerful striker, and when he did not find the middle of the bat, Ben Dunk held on to a simple catch at mid-on. Gurkrit Singh's been in sensational form though. Barely misses the middle of the bat.
No, it makes a good noise, doesn't it? Yeah, it makes a very good noise. And one shot too many. Yasir Shah, Sean Marsh, the big scalp. And Sarab Terari comes in, and he's a big unit as well with lots of muscle. But that is beautifully struck for 6 over extra. So it's nicely poised right now. The Giants 88 for 2. And at this stage, the Colombo Lions were 80 for 3. So not an awful lot in it, although the Lions had lost one more wicket. Freilink is got the ball in his hands.
I had a little chat with Samuel Badri just before this match kicked off, and he was saying to me about his teammate Gurgarat Singh. He said to me, this fella shouldn't be here. He said, this guy is a serious player. He should still be playing in some of these big leagues, and he's proving Sam correct.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, HD. I've watched him for a number of years in the IPL. Super player. And he's only 33 years of age. And in the light of longevity these days with cricket, that still puts him in the still active bracket. Oh, that's nicely played. Just nudged away.
There's still a place for it, isn't there? There's still a place for some great touch. It's not all just about power and brute force, but about placement and timing.
He knows exactly where the boundary fielders are not, and there isn't anyone down there at third man. And you make a mental note of that. You make a mental note as a batter, you know where you can put the occasional ball. So 93 for 2. The Dubai Giants are ahead in terms of runs, but they've lost one fewer wicket as well. Little extra bounce this time.
Just going back to the age thing that you bring up there, Wilco, is that, you know, T20 leagues came about and suddenly players were thinking, well, I'm not going to retire now, I'm going to keep going. If I can get to 38, 39 years of age, I can still play in these leagues. Now the Legends Leagues has arrived, and so players can retire at 28, 29 because they can play in these Legend Leagues.
Bowled. For a lot of these players as well, there's a new calibration for them, because this is a tournament which is 90 balls per innings, 15 overs, 90 balls. So, you know, all the well set and well honed tactics and calibrations have to be recalibrated, and so it's another learning curve, another tournament. A lot of effort with the grunt, but it was slightly slower as well. Pretty good over so far, just 2 singles and a 4. Tiwari will want to make some reward with this last over, this last ball. So we're just waiting for a little field adjustment there. Skipper said, okay, let's change this. So deep backward squares come into that circle, into the inner circle. Should be just the one. 9 gone, 95 for 2. So the Colombo Lions were 91 for 4. They just lost those 2 wickets in the proceedings at this stage. Dubai Giants chasing 95 for 2. The Giants are in a very handsome position here. 49 required from 36. Pushpak Kumara is put away for 4. He's just drifted down the wrong line, gone leg side.
Well, we've waxed lyrical about Gukirat and his form. And I tell you what, this fella's contributed in all 3 of the Dubai Giants games. Saurabh Tiwari, a strong man. He knows his way around a cricket field, that's for sure.
It's been hit hard, very hard. No one's going to stop that. Take 4. Brings up the 100 for the Giants.
It's such a great place to hit the ball. Sort of aim at taking the umpire's hat off his head, because the outfield is hard and quick. So with that trajectory, the ball just bounces once and it skips away, mid on, mid off. Don't even really bother.
In this partnership now, 53 from 30. The required run rate is a fraction over 7. The Lions desperately need to remove one of these, preferably 2 of them. Oh, what a noise. Wow, that's gone some distance as well. 6 big runs.
Well, when you saw the trajectory of the ball, when Pushpak Kumara let the ball go, you almost felt sorry for it, because it really was bowled straight into the hitting zone. And Tiwari said, I'll have a piece of this.
It's a great sight at night, isn't it? The white cricket ball flying through the sky. They're calling for 2. Ben Dunk out on the fence. An unlikely position for Ben Dunk, because he's a wicket keeper by profession.
Well, it's at about now when us old fogies say, well, you just need to be responsible now. Knock it around and you need to run a ball. This is easy pickings. But the modern day game keeps us on the edge of our seats. Someone will always hit one in the air and provide an opportunity, but not there. That skips away for another boundary, and they are rollicking home.
That's tough. Ben Dunk says sorry, but that ball was really travelling, and it's just skidded off the grass here. See how flat he's hit this now? It's just difficult when you're a boundary rider. That ball is gone. That ball has just taken off. He's after every ball. He is absolutely giving that ball a headache. Bring out the paracetamol, give it to the ball. 116 for 2, 10 gone. Mohammad Irfan, who the big tall Pakistan bowler, Yasir Shah, Freiling, Melinda Pushpak Kumara. Freiling's numbers are good. Look at the economy, 5.5. It's only gone for 11 in 2 overs. Zulfiqar Babar. Right, Freiling's going to have another ball. He's having a good sweat tonight as well. So now it's the batting power play, which means that only 3 can be outside the inner circle. So only 3 boundary riders now. It's the batting power play, which means that the batting side can decide how many fielders. It's only the 1 over. This is the over for the batting power play. Maximum of 3 fielders in the deep.
It's interesting that they've taken it here with Freiling on. He's been the pick of the bowlers. You would think that maybe they wouldn't take that power play, that option against Freiling. But they've opted for it, and they've got 5 more deliveries to make it count.
Looking for that full Yorker length, which he achieves. Difficult to get away. Done it again. Well bowled. Good call that you've made there, HD, because Freiling's bowled very frugally tonight. 11 runs from 14 deliveries. The likes of Yasir Shah and Melinda Pushpakumara, they've travelled. They've gone. Ahmed Irfan, 1 for 25 in 2 overs. Gone again. This time, it's gone straight back over long off for 4. Just missed his length.
Yeah, granted, it's very tough to bowl in these situations when there's these fielding restrictions imposed on you and you believe that the Yorker is the right delivery to bowl. You nail 2. It's just so unlikely that you're going to nail 3 in a row, and when there's someone that like Tawari standing at the striker's end, he's not going to miss out. He's 1 away from a 50 here, and he's only faced 24 deliveries.
Hasn't caught hold of this, but it's enough for his half century. 50 from 25 balls for Saurabh Tiwari. That's a fine innings that has really cemented this chase by the Dubai Giants.
I think for a moment the Colombo Lions thought that they were back in the game after the dismissals of Levy and Marsh in quick succession, but my, has this fella taken the game away from them. 50 of just 25 deliveries. There's some serious power there.
Yeah, Robin Uthappa has made the fastest 50. Came off 22 balls. That was yesterday. Early days in this tournament. But 50 off 25 is a strike rate of 200. Gujarat on strike. A lot of effort in the ball to bang it in halfway down.
Well done, well done.
It's the partnership that has taken this chase away, this match away from the Colombo Lions. Tiwari has played belligerently and with a lot of power.
That's his area. He glares at mid-wicket when he walks to the crease. And if it's in his area, out it goes.
That's it. Let it go, Haki, let it go. Yes, boys.
Ben Dunk has done really well. He sprints, stops the boundary, gets the throw in. 123 for 2.
Been a doddle, really. 21, that's all they need here. I mean, this can get finished in an over the way these two are playing. big overs, some real big overs, an over of 20, an over of 23 in the 7th. It really has been an exhibition of a run chase here. Levy got them going at the beginning, and these two, Gurkirat and Tawari, have played brilliantly. It is Tawari is on strike, and Mohamed Irfan has been brought back into the attack. The big, tall left armour. That'll just be a single, a walked single, as Alan Wilkins has departed his chair, and in steps the voice of Sri Lankan cricket, Harbhajan Singh.
But just looking at the bowling, I mean, Irfan has tried hard, Baba has been all right, Freiling has been very good, just 18 runs of 3, but then Yasir and Malinda Pushpakumar, they've been the offenders. They've gone for quite a few, so that has been really the problem as far as Colombo has to cope with. That is Colombo Lions. There you are, that's what I'm talking about. 1 for 32 of 12 balls. Malinda Pushpakumar, 12 balls, 28 runs.
Yeah, and we saw Gurkirat when he bowled his little offies and gave it some air in the first innings, but the ball started to just turn. Now I wonder if the dew has got a little bit heavier, and Yasir, when he bowled, the ball just skidded on. He's never been a big spinner of the ball, but there certainly wasn't any turn for him. I wonder if these pitches will start to take a little bit more turn as we get deeper in the competition, because it is really steamy here during the day.
See, I think it's about managing the surfaces. They got quite a few strips, so they'll have to make sure that they pick their surfaces and then also look after them. That's not an easy job to do when all the games are played at one venue. So you'll have to just make sure that your watering is right, your rolling is right. If you don't have quality pitchers, then you don't get the best out of the tournament. So far, full marks to the ground staff of Palekele.
Oh, outfield's quick, outfield's quick. Ross Taylor's managed to haul that in. That's a good bit of fielding. They've actually been good in the outfield. Think of the likes of Dunk and Taylor.
They want to take a look, I'm sure. Ross Taylor on the boundary. This outfield is very fast, and Taylor did well to get across. See, yeah, the question is now. This might give us a better idea as to whether Taylor had a good save there. See, now he pushes it. Now he's still in contact with the ball. Now he's released it. What happens here? Has he touched the ropes? Has he touched it? Doesn't look like it. He's done well.
Oh, he flirted with that boundary rope. He really did. But it's a good bit of fielding. Here you talk about the squares. The one thing is that they can't use them all, can they? Because if we get right near the ends, it'll just be a chip for 6. So we'll stick near the middle of the square. Out. He's got one, and he's thrilled to bits.
Tibari, he's batted brilliantly. Has to go 5 4s and 3 6s. Pace off. He was looking to go over mid-wicket. And a healthy edge here. Yeah, he was swinging wildly and swinging over mid-wicket. Healthy edge. Adnan Akmal making no mistake. So wicket number 3. Tibari has to walk back after an entertaining 52 of 28. It is 125 for 3. Look who's here, Tisara Pereira. Well, you see the back of Tiwari and then you see Tissara Pereira. What a record he's got. That strike rate is frightening. 151. Now that's his T20 career.
This is why he's there. Irfan Pathan getting the big wicket. A mighty heave towards the onside, outside edge, and through to Akmal behind the stumps. Simple catch. And Pereira's underway. It's 12 overs gone, 126 for 3.
Gaurav, we are on a break, right?
Come on, man. Good luck, man.
126 for 3. Now all they need is 18 of 18. Now that's a walk in the park. They got 7 wickets standing. And Gurkarit has made a very fine 35 of 22. Tissara Pereira just in. Right, we're going to see a change of bowling. Ben Dunk coming on. He batted brilliantly at the top. Now can he come in and do that magic that the Colombo Lions are looking for? Oh, that's a friendly one. That's too friendly. That's gone the distance. That's hit that wall just under the scoreboard. That is a poor start by Ben Dunk, and Tissara Pereira can't hide his amusement.
Didn't take long. That's a pretty old donkey drop. Off you go. Go and fetch it. Do not bowl those to me.
This time through the offside. And what did you call it? What drop?
He pulled the pin out of the hand grenade and let it go. So it exploded onto the banks of the Palakheli Stadium, that's for sure.
I don't think he's been brought on to quicken the process. He's been brought in to try and get a wicket here. But he started off with a friendly full toss for 6. He's got a single off the next ball. So Colombo Lions need something special here. Now Gurkarit has been good. He's been very sensible with the way he's constructed his innings. He's letting Tissara Pereira the strike.
Can you write on there for me, the partnership? Can you write that down? Thanks.
He's been a keeper in his time. He's done it all.
Another one. Another one. It's out of here. It's a 6. They're getting there quickly now. Tissara Pereira is not going to hang around. Now they need just 4. They are 1 stroke away and they got 14 balls left.
Brilliant shot. Right in the arc. He wants to get home, that's for sure. As soon as possible.
Last ball. In fact, 1 more ball to go, so they get a single. So they're into the 13th over, and this is a very good run rate. They're maintaining 12. In fact, 1 more ball to go, 141. Big one. That is the end of the game. Gurkarit finishes it in style. He launches into it, gets a massive 6. He goes to 42. That strike rate is 175 of 24 balls. And Dubai Giants have won their 2nd game after a poor start to the tournament.
Oh, what a comeback it's been. They've gone back to the drawing board. Davy Houghton and their side have come back very, very well. Their batting order is firing. Their bowling order is doing a wonderful job. And there's the coach, Sean Marsh, as well. He didn't get too many this evening, but he fielded pretty well. He caught everything that came his way. The umpires as well done a great job out there this evening. The Dubai Giants winning by 7 wickets. They are back in this competition. Don't write them off. 2 out of 3 they've won now.
Absolutely comprehensive win. What a way to finish the innings, and what a way to reach that target. Gurkarit was good yesterday, and what about this shot? Middle midland leg, hitting with whatever turn it had, and it cleared the ropes and went the distance. That was easily done by the Dubai Giants. They chose to chase, and they like to chase. They like to aim at targets, and eventually, for the second day running, they've achieved it with the greatest of ease. So Dubai Giants win by 7 wickets, with Colombo Lions making their first appearance in the tournament, making 143 for 6, and Dubai Giants in reply finishing things off in a very efficient manner. 147 for 3. They got 12 balls left, and a comprehensive win for the Giants.
So it's been another interesting day out here in Powerplay Stadium for Match 5 Legends Cricket Trophy 2024. We've been really spoiled to some wonderful action so far, some big hitting, some wonderful bowling, some serious catching in the outfield as well. But a look at the chase, really well constructed. Gurpreet man again really showing timing, a real class above. 42 of 24, and Tiwari as well, very destructive. And this is becoming a really good tournament for him. 52 of 28, and Tisara, the finishing touches, 15 of 5.
Well, the Dubai Giants, they had a target of 144, and they got off to a decent start. Levy getting them off to a flyer, 27 of 15, and they were consistent, batting down the order, 23 more runs, and then that decisive stand between Gurpreet and Tiwari of just 45 balls, 75 runs, and then look at what Tisara Perera did, 22 of 7.
Well, that partnership of 75 between Tiwari and Gurpreet really made the difference. Irfan really good, and you got to say Fralink, really great work from him. Very economical with no wickets, but then the rest, Yasir, Melinda, Dunk, they went the distance this evening, that's for sure. Now having a look back at some of the high points, Richard Levy came out firing, and that one was massive, absolutely massive. Levy, one-handed stroke. He loved that area over cover, that's for sure. So this was the end of his stay. Dunk taking a catch, Levy going for 23 of 12. It was a really quick start from him. And then the class act arrived at the wicket. Gurpreet man really looked in total control throughout this innings. Made it look very, very simple. And that was the end of Sean Marsh. Slog sweeping after hitting a 6. Clean bowled. Then Tiwari really started entertaining us, hitting it all around the wicket. He had one thing in mind, and that was finishing this early.
Well, Gurpreet continued to look good. He was very, very good with his placements. And Tiwari was magnificent. Fantastic power hitting. He spared no bowling, particularly severe against the spin bowlers. Looking for the slog sweeps, looking for the lofts, picking on those cow corners. Real power-packed innings from Tiwari. And then swinging, was caught behind, but he'd done enough damage at that point, and Dubai Giants were looking very good. And then this was Tisara Perera's style. Took on Dunk and 2 sixers. And it was all over with this 6 by Gurpreet. What a fantastic way for the Dubai Giants to end. Right, the match summary. Colombo Lions, they batted first, made 143 for 6 of 90 balls. Dunk made a quick fire, 25. Mangal 27, Afghan 28. Afghan made 28, and Akmal 17. And a lot of good stuff with the ball. Gurpreet 3 for 20. Lakmal was good as well. Fidel Edwards went for a few at the start, but came back strongly. And Soyal, look at him, 1 for 28 of 24 balls. Dubai Giants in reply, just of 78 balls, made short work of this target. Tiwari being the top scorer, 52 of just 28 balls. Gurpreet looked very good, and Tisara Perera just finished things off in style. So that's the story. Dubai Giants winning by 7 wickets as we take a short break, and when you come back, it will be the post-match presentation with Alan Wilkins.
Yes, I can. Sorry. Sorry. My guess. No, no. Giza. Wales, developed. Going round.
Just take a couple, try them once enough. Take a couple.
So Dubai Giants winning quite comprehensively, making 147 for 3 with 2 overs to spare. And we are ready for the post-match presentation. Time to join Alan Wilkins.
Yes, glad to have your company here for the post-match presentation of the Magic Win Sports Legends Cricket Trophy Season 2. We'd like to thank our sponsors who make it all possible. ARC Developers, Star Sports, Bally's Entertainment and Yeti. Let's go to our first award, which is the Magic Win Sports Player of the Match Award. A big check of $500 US and N7 Real Estate Goodie Box will be presented by Mr. Ambuj Diveri, promoter and legal counsel of LCT, and the recipient is Ben Dunk of the Colombo Lions. Ben with runs tonight and looked like a young gazelle in the field. Catches, stopping runouts and everything. So Ben Dunk is our Magic Win Sports Player of the Match. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambuj Diveri. Our Colombo Lions Electric Wicket Award, $500 US check, will be presented by Mr. Tamim Rahman, who is the owner of the Colombo Lions. And this is Gurpreet Mann of Dubai Giants. Gurpreet, who played beautifully today. Well done, Gurpreet, and thank you, Tamim Rahman, owner of the Colombo Lions. And finally, the Dubai Giants Maximum Sixes Award, another check for $500 US, presented by Prince Dhingra, who's the owner of the Dubai Giants, and Prince would love to give this award to Gurpreet Mann. Gurpreet, here we go. Well done. Congratulations. Thanks very much, Prince Dhingra, owner of the Dubai Giants, and another check into the back pocket for Gurpreet. And that's the end of our presentation.
Right. So comprehensive win indeed for Dubai Giants by 7 wickets. But tomorrow it's another day where match number 6 and 7 happens. Delhi Devils taking on the Strikers. That's the first one. Then Candy Stamp Army taking on the Colombo Lions. So don't go too far away. We're going to have real action tomorrow. Join us then. And until we see you tomorrow, it is goodbye from the Pallekele International Stadium.
The Legends Cricket Trophy 2024 has taken off with a bang. A glittering opening ceremony introduced a stunning 90-ball format, which has been a hit amongst the legends. Some of the biggest names of the game are in action, with the tournament already seeing dominant performances and close finishes. It's match day 3, with the Punjab Royals playing their first game against the Rajasthan Kings, who won their first yesterday.
A very, very good afternoon. It is the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024. We are live at the Pallikalle International Stadium, and it is going to be another big game. It is the Royals versus the Punjab, in fact Rajasthan Kings and Punjab Royals, and it promises to be yet another massive game. I'll tell you, it is a very hot afternoon here, and it is good for cricket. I'll tell you, it's good weather, but the players' comfort is not going to be all that good. So first things first, let's go across and join Alan Wilkins, who's out there with the 2 captains and the match referee for the toss.
Out in the middle here, we are in the capable hands of Brendan Group, the former Sri Lanka international, our match referee, Robin Cooper, captain of Rajasthan Kings, and for the Punjab Royal. Yeah, we say hello first time to Tilakaratne Dilshan. Dilshan, welcome home. You've got the coin, give it a good old flick. Heads is the call. Heads it is. Robin Uthappa has won the toss. Rajasthan Kings, I heard you saying, what are you going to do there, Rob?
We're going to have a bat first, Andy.
That's what you did yesterday, didn't you? And you enjoyed it. I don't suppose there's any reason for you to change that, because you scored 176 on you.
Yeah, I think I think it's a nice wicket, it's a fresh wicket, so it should play pretty well. And I'm the kind of person who thinks let's not fix something that's not broken.
So when you make, your thought process for batting first is what? Your side, you feel you're more comfortable putting the runs on the board, and your bowlers are comfortable with defending it?
Yeah, I think so. I think if we can get off to a good start, put up a good score, I think we can defend it. And the wicket tends to do something at twilight, so the bowlers can utilize that. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, comment on the pitch. We're on a new pitch, but the way you played, and Hamilton as well, you looked as if you had complete trust in this pitch.
Well, yeah, the wicket's quite good. The ball's quite different. We're not playing with a regular ball, so that took a little getting used to, but the wicket's quite nice, so that made up for it.
All right then, have a good time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Robin Uthappa. Rajasthan Kings are batting. So, Dilshan, welcome back. I mean, Australia-based, back home here in Pallikalle. What's it like to be back?
Especially in this part of Sri Lanka, Pallikalle, I'm really enjoying playing in Pallikalle. Always I make a lot of runs in this ground. I have a lot of memories, especially in Kandy.
I know. We don't have time, because I would have knocked off all your centuries you got here. But okay, so you're bowling first. What do you know about your side, your bowling factor here?
I think wicket is a new wicket, but a little bit dry. Normally, it's Pallikalle wicket, a little bit of grass on in the surface. This wicket is really dry. If I won the toss, I want to bat first and try to put runs in the board, put the pressure. But we have a good bowling, and I try to keep it under 130. We can chase down easily.
Just a little comment, that boundary is a little bit tempting as well, isn't it?
That's good for us. When you're getting old, we can't hit big sixes. At least we can manage these boundaries. We have doesn't matter how big boundaries or how short, we have to play our best cricket to win this kind of tournament. Also, last 2 games, everyone is playing their best cricket. Even Uthappa is batting really well. He look like he's playing still from Indian side. He's in a great form. Everyone try to do their best, and what they've done for last 5, 6 years ago in the international, they try to do the same thing. We hopefully play good cricket here today.
Absolutely, enjoy it. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks to Tilakaratne Dilshan, who's skipper of Punjab Royal. It's the Rajasthan Kings. Robin Uthappa who's won the toss, and he's going to do what he did in the first game. Going to bat first, put some runs on the board.
Well, no surprises there, because Rajasthan Kings loved batting first here. They batted first yesterday. They did extremely well. Now, to talk about this, I got my guests here, H.D. Ackerman and John Kent. Good afternoon, gentlemen.